how much would you say this offense is underperforming right now? I mean, let me just give you some numbers. It is currently ranked 27th in points scored and 24th in yards gained. And this is an offense with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Jeff Wilson Jr., Kyle Juszczyk, and Kyle Shanahan. Explain that.
Yeah, and even if you want to throw in the third downs, they're like middling in the pack and third downs look like conversion, which is another huge thing I like to see. Yeah, they're underperforming. Of course they're underperforming. I mean, but it kind of was always going to be even the thing, even once we saw Jimmy come in, because we already know who he was. He's not someone who's going to maximize your offense. Sure, he can be efficient. Sure, he can help you win and keep your offense afloat, but it's not going to, be over the hump. It's not going to take you, explosiveness. That's why I'm wondering if that's not another site we can see of why Kittle's getting underutilized, because are you going to add more to Jimmy's plate? It's Deebo. Brandon Ayuk's running wide open. There's a lot that's left to be had here, and this offense has to pick up the slack, pick up their own weight more times than not. I know they had a better game against the Rams than they did against the Broncos, but was the Rams defense even that great? No, not compared to Denver. And you weren't on the road, so they had to really, really find out how they can carry their own weight, because you're not doing your defense so many favors. If they didn't score that Talanoa Hufanga touchdown, the Rams maybe feel like they got more life, because that was pretty much the curb stomp that defense did. They need to get more. I mean, I know the running game's doing okay, but it doesn't feel like it's as dominant as it should be. Just the whole offense just feels very average to me.
I mean, like, the Rams offense doesn't look like it's performing to me. The Rams offense looks like it's lacking talent. I mean, If you have to talk about Ben Skoranek all week, you don't got it. You got no run game, no deep threat. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Cooper Kupp. The Niners have more than just Deebo. They got they have probably, I mean, they might have the best group of skill position players in the league. They're up there. And their offensive line, we talked about it a lot so far. Aaron Banks, pretty good. Jake Brendel, pretty good. Burford, McGlinchey, up and down. But, I mean, they just went through a game giving up no sacks. And they're running the ball decently enough. So it seems to me that, look, if I were to lay this all out to you, and I was telling you this, a team has these players, all these players, and they rank 27th and 24th, even with Jimmy Garoppolo on the team, you got to be thinking, man, whoever is coaching that offense is doing the worst job in the league. The worst job. You can't be ranked 27th in points with those players. Now, it's early, and Kyle could figure it out and change it. But if Trey were the quarterback, they'd still probably be ranked down here. It didn't look any better with him. I don't know, man. I don't understand how Kyle Shanahan could be so bad with this amount of talent. I don't understand what he's trying to do right now. You could blame it on Jimmy. Jimmy's not helping, but, like, still, dude, he's had better offenses with Jimmy. What is going on? Too much talent. Way too much.
He's just playing like a little too safe too, like not enough chances. But I mean, it's been the same story. We knew what this was gonna be though. Once Jimmy got installed, I mean, that's what we were hoping, and that's why we were hoping with Trey Lance going down the line, and that's what we also hated about him getting ran like that. It's because you know what you're gonna get yourself into if you hurt this guy for the whole season. You're gonna have this type of offense where if the first read's not there, God forbid Jimmy doesn't throw a pick second, first of all, because if the first read's not there, where the hell is he going to go? I mean, even the throw to Deebo, like people.
If the first three's not there, he's throwing it to the first read. That's exactly. In the story.
So Deebo throw, he kind of airmailed it a little bit. I mean, if it's intentional or not, I mean, I bet he'll say it's intentional.
He'll say he was. Yeah, he'll say he was. Yeah.
But I think we all know that's the type of throw he's thrown casually.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's nothing to be shocked for. I mean, it's kind of beating on the same drum here, but we all know this is Jimmy. And he has less pressure now than years past because of what he gets paid, and he wasn't supposed to be the starter. Yeah. So that's why I like to circle more Kyle. Even last week after that Denver loss, as bad as Jimmy was, it's like, Kyle, where's some of the throws to help your guy out here? It's more pressure on you now to be perfect because, again, you're the one that brought him back. You're the one. He's the backup. He's getting paid less than he ever was.
I felt like this week against the Rams, all of those throws were back, like the Jimmy gimmies, not the little flip passes that they did in the past that don't seem to work anymore. They don't do jet sweeps anymore. But just like the quick screens to the outside. I mean, those were working really well. To Ayuk, although he needs to get upfield quicker. To
the horizontal game, the linear game. We like that. That's Jimmy's where Trey Lance excels up and down, you got this guy left to right, which is literally like football taboo when they say, don't go east to west, go north to south.
Right.
You have that with your quarterback. But hey, if the good part about that, and it works because you have a quarterback who can deliver very excellently within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, and you have players who can easily make that cut back and just zip easily. That's what Debo did. He caught it and then made that cut back diagonally towards the other side of the end zone. And he's using the strength because you're making all these players flow, the defense flow to one side, and your guys just say, "Psych, I'm going to the other way." So it works. You just wonder
it works.
How long.
But like, I want to come back. Kyle, it's not good enough. I mean, just like the slant screen passing game, it's not good enough, and he needs to turn this around. I guess I'm putting him back on the hot. He's on the hot seat. I mean, there's only so much credit he can take there's only so much credit this defense he can take. Honestly, he can take some, but not that much. And then with his offense, he really has to acknowledge that it's like woefully underperforming. He's no more excuses. I don't want to hear that you're on your backup quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo. He's been your quarterback for a long time. No excuses. You know how to call games for him. You got the best tight end, the best gadget player. George Ayuk's always open. Nah, man, figure it out. Wilson's having a great season. Use check. If he had any other name, people be saying, what is he doing in San Francisco? But that's not happening right now. I get it. He just won. But, dude, we're looking at your offense, man. 16 points a game. Is that what they're scoring right now? 16 points a game? I mean, take away the defensive and special teams stuff.
I'm just wondering what I wish there was a site that would be. I'm gonna start tallying this. Like, how much? Where's the play actions at? It still feels like it's lost upon me. I saw they tried to do that with Trey, and the edges were just crashing on Trey. They're like, all right, we're just gonna crash on Trey. Screw it, because I don't want him to swing out, which is smart by a defense standpoint. But great. But now you don't have to worry about Jimmy doing that. So why can't? Is it really that bad when Jimmy has to turn his back to the defense because they have dialed it back dramatically with this guy? And it's like, you know what? That's another underutilization of your offense. That's underperforming because you guys have a great running scheme that will get the defense to drive into the line of scrimmage, and then you can get another Jimmy gimme in that sense, and maybe even explosive play.
Yeah, man. I mean, we keep talking about like this team's a quarterback away or this and that. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like if Kyle and Jimmy can't get it done, if you just bring in a competent coach and a competent quarterback that are on the same page and like each other, man, this team could win a lot of Super Bowls. They don't even have to be great. But Kyle, like, you're supposed to be a genius. You're supposed to be at the top of your game. Your offense is underperforming. A good offensive coach should always have his group overperforming. You take the talent you're given and make it a little bit better. That's why you're great. You're taking the talent you're given and making it worse? How? You know how many coaches would be dying to have these players? Dying to have them. And you're 27th in points. Now it's early, and I'll give you some time to figure it out. But whoa, very alarming and very surprising. You're 6, dude. Antonio, thank you very much. Flav says, I feel like these next 2 games should be opportunities for Kyle to win more with his passing game and let Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense grow some confidence, but he won't. Probably still run it 40 times. That's a good point, man. Because you're not going to win a Super Bowl with this offense. And you got to grow somehow, and this is an opportunity to grow. So, yeah, I feel you, Flav. Shout out to Flav. I've been through some things.